Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
And they've got the returner corralled. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain. It's third down after that run. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. Picks up the first and is still going. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will decline the penalty after that big gain. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but little early nerves on the part of that receiver. Incomplete. Second down coming up. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
This quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Snags the quick throw. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. The Aggies will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The last possession, they passed on a field goal attempt, but got stopped on 4th down. Let's see how they play this one. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Short connection to the tight end here. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. The completion makes it 2nd down. It's a shotgun run call. Good enough for first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. It's a quick grab. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Second and goal for the offense. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on third down. Now we got a fourth down situation. And now you're in the red zone. I wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, or you roll the dice and try to take a chance and try to come up with a touchdown.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to put it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Receiver makes the grab. The gain was enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, the defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel and understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver, and they gave up a big gain.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it on the move. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job. But it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Offense on the field is 4th down and 9. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two.
He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up with the play and taken down. And here comes the punter onto the field. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. He's going to take off. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st and keep this drive moving.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And they're finally able to stop him. The great execution on the screen pass fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the 1st down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better...
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense in hurry-up mode. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Catch made on the right side. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made after a big gain. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And that run produces a decent gain. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking to scramble. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one down about the 10. Just time enough for one more play in the half. They'll run it here. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick this away to get the second half going. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. He hands it to the back. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
But here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. So now it's 3rd and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a 4th down stop. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
They went for it and failed on 4th down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. Finds his man, has the 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's 1st and 10. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the extra point gives them a double-digit lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And a Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
On third down, he drops to throw. Launching downfield. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This drive is important. The last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to the left. He makes the grab. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down. As the clock runs down here in the third quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The shotgun handoff here. Fights off a defender. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think they're going to run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jones. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Kirk, you look for rust. You look for jitters in the opening drive. Not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast. But I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a pretty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. But to pick up the third and short through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Quick, questionable call there on 3rd down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the 4th quarter. Now you got a big decision here on 4th down and short.
Leading here in the 4th quarter, they keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Throwing for his running back. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Aggies will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Trying to create outside the pocket now. The defense stops him there on the scramble, close to the goal line, but not.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And he'll set up to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. Give the defense all the credit, recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and
he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, A&M.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He knocked through the BAT and claimed a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, and then in a pick. And there's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. Using his legs here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. They'll go hurry up here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Hey, you get late in a game like this, of course you're going to dial up your best receiver. I love his route running and his speed to be able to get separation from the defender. They better find an answer for this receiver. Otherwise, they're going to go back to him again.
Throw to the running back in the flat. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. The clock is still running. They've got to get set quickly. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. He hands it off from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And a timeout taken by the defense with 30 seconds remaining. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a short gain, but his swarm of the defense flying to the football. And the defense calling time here with 26 seconds to play. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up fourth down. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. So in the final seconds, everything comes down to this field goal attempt for the win. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And with that, they retake the lead. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.